Well, hi there, Suge. Let me stop you right there. I don't care about your name. I don't care about your past. All I care about is getting paid. Okay. You don't have to react that harsh to a woman undressing, especially when that's kind of what you paid her to do. But I won't take it personal. Won't take it personal. But just so you know, I gotta ask. If that's not what we're doing, then what are we doing? What's the plan for the evening if that's not it? Talk. You want to talk. Okay. I guess I can talk. I've never been much of a talker, but I can try. What do you want to talk about? You got any interests? It's kind of rude to say you want to talk and then not talk to me. Like you're just letting me sit here in silence. I gotta admit, you look really uncomfortable, Sugar. It's fine. I mean, I don't mind doing this. Sure beats some of the other shit I've had to do. But you don't look normal. I mean, no offense, but most of my clientele is middle-aged, suffering, ashamed, in loveless marriages. You don't really look like that. You look sweet. So I gotta ask, why are you here? For the fun of it? I don't believe that. I don't believe that one bit. Of course I'm allowed to believe what I want to believe. I believe in God. I believe in making money however you can. And I believe you are not here for the fun of it. So I'm going to ask you again, why are we here? To talk. Yes, you've said that. Okay, I don't want to play 20 questions. So instead, let me ask, what childhood trauma led you to be afraid to talk to your friends and family so much to the point where you've gone out of your way to hire a prostitute to talk to? How about that for an introduction? Don't look so shocked. It's written all over your face. Oh, come on. The second I even start removing my top, I saw the sweat drip down your face. You have no interest in that. And you can sit and say you want to talk all you want, but you and I both know what you want to talk about is the stuff you're too afraid to tell your friends and family. And you're too ashamed to get a therapist. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, ain't nothing wrong with getting a therapist. All right. My intuition's right a lot of the times, yeah. I'm pretty talented, to say the least, in a few ways. But, did I hit the nail on the coffin, or did I hit the nail on the coffin? Well, thank you. I know I'm good. So what's that childhood trauma? Come on, the whole reason you paid me was to tell me. Now you got me in suspense. Now I'm curious. Now I'm nosy. What is it, Sugar? You bottle up your emotions. Yeah, I could have told that. I mean, it's written all over you. I bottle up my emotions. Plain text. give me more than that. A lot of people do. In fact, half my clientele do. Give me something more. There's something deeper. You just won't tell me yet. Okay, keep swearing there's nothing deeper. What was it? Daddy issues? Mommy issues? You don't look the type to be financially insecure. But maybe you're scared it's gonna fall away at any moment. Were any of those right? Ooh, maybe you're a kid of divorce. A little spice. And that's why you don't trust normal, women. Or men. I don't know who caused your trauma. Anyone could have. Wrong of me to assume. I do apologize. So which one of those was correct? Because I know one of them was correct. Alright, if you don't want to keep talking to me, or if you sit there and you stay silent, I'm going to keep talking to myself. See, you hired the wrong girl. Or maybe you hired the right girl when it came to talking. I don't know. You be the deciding factor of that. Because I do love talking. I've always been good at it. You're insecure. Alright. Once again, I could have told you that. But what caused it? What do you mean I shouldn't be asking that? Sweetheart, no one's born with insecurity or the ability to bottle up their emotions. They learn it. It is a learned behavior. So where'd you learn it? That's not a good enough answer. How am I supposed to talk to you about your problems if you don't even know them? Or are you just too scared to admit to them? Now there's a difference. Sure is. Alright. Stop talking. You're boring me. I'm gonna make a hypothesis. I've always been good at science. Here's my hypothesis. Hypothesis. I believe you grew up pretty middle class. Probably had 2 parents, maybe even a sibling, maybe even a family dog who you loved. Because that dog was the only person in your family who ever showed you love. Because those 2 parents I mentioned, they were your parents, sure. Gave you food, gave you a place to sleep, but they never paid any attention to you. Nope. In fact, I'm willing to bet they never even paid attention to each other. The classic middle-class family who smiles for picture day and smiles in church, but the second they get home, total strangers. I'm willing to bet your father's never ever told you he's been proud of you. I'm willing to bet your mother, although she loves you, is too drained by your lovingless father to give you proper attention. She's stuck and she don't know how to get out because she's fallen to the fake belief that keeping a marriage together, even if it's broken and if it's loveless, is best for the family. But as a result, you've only seen that in your life. So you believe love is loveless and that there's no perfect relationship. And so now you struggle a lot with that. I'll take this hypothesis even further. You did good in school. In fact, you did so good, you probably tested out of a lot of things. Or maybe you tested higher without even trying. The classic scenario of the kid who never tries in school. And so, because of that, the second he's not good at something, he gives up. I bet that's you. And you never had to try in life, and so as a result, the second you ain't good at something, you give up because you got too much of a God complex to admit you ain't good at something. Because everyone your whole childhood hyped you up. Everyone your whole childhood told you how successful you are, and now you have an existential crisis because you're not good at everything. Because the real world isn't elementary school. But you got into college. Good job, kid. I'm proud of you. That's a good feat. And you can even afford it. And see, that's another area you struggle. You can afford these things. On paper, your life is fine. And so you feel guilty. You feel guilty for being afraid. Because there's no reason you should fail. You've never struggled. So why are you struggling now? You're scared. You're scared you're going to end up like your parents. You're scared you're going to treat people the way they treated you. As a trophy. As something to show off. But then the second you get home, the second you're out of public, you ignore them. That's why you don't have any friends. You spent your whole childhood disassociating as a way to make up for the lack of attachment to your parents, that you can't be friends with someone because you can't associate. Every time you're with a group of people, you find yourself dissociating to the point you don't know if it's real or not. Am I actually hanging out with these people? Do they actually care about me? Or are they just saying that the way your parents just said it? That's why you're clinging in relationships, aren't you? When you actually love someone, you love them so hard to the point that they leave. And so now you're scared. You're not here because you wanted to talk. You're here because you're scared. You feel like you failed your whole life. And you feel like having to go to a therapist is another failure. But baby, I'm here to tell you, seeking mental health is nothing to be ashamed of. Everyone's got demons, whether they grew up middle class or low class, sugar. You gotta deal with yours, okay? I really do believe that you're gonna get through it, alright? Now listen, you can take my advice, or you could not. Judging by the look on your face, I think I pegged you pretty well. Okay? You're gonna be okay, alright? You got a lot of life to live. A lot of life to live. And it's gonna be so bright for you. I just know it. My intuition, like I said, is pretty dang good. Alright, sugar. Now, like I said, get a therapist. But you know where to find me now, alright? It's okay to cry. It's okay. You're not the first one to cry after a session with me, so it's okay. I need to get going. But like I said, you know where to find me.